Okay. So, welcome to Screen Time with today's Communiqué. I'm so excited to have Miss Amari Briggs, founder of Eye Candy by Amari, to talk all things um, eye candy as a professional makeup artist and as a Black business owner for Black Business Month. Of course, August is Black Business Month. So I just want to say thank you for taking a few moments out of your busy schedule just to chat with us a little bit about Eye Candy by Amari. So welcome, welcome. We're going to jump right in. And the first
Thank you.
question I have
Okay.
for you is, how did you get started in the makeup business? What was that like? Did you go to school? Was it something that you had always dreamed of as a little girl? Or how did that process get started for you?
Well, actually, as a little girl, I wanted to be a fashion designer, but I don't like to sew or anything like that. So I kind of quickly let that go. But I realized I was just kind of a lover of fashion and beauty because I didn't go outside and play. I wasn't like a regular little kid. I
Yeah.
didn't ride a bike. I didn't do any of that. I loved magazines. So when I tell you my Essence magazine collection is ridiculous, I have Essence magazines back to like the 70s. So yeah,
Wow.
it's that serious for me. So I've always loved that particular publication, but I used to look at Vogue, all kinds of magazines, and I was always fascinated with fashion and beauty. But how I really truly got started, when I was in high school, I had a friend who had vitiligo, and one part of her face was super dark, the other part was light. And children were not friendly back then, and vitiligo wasn't accepted like it is now.
Mhm.
So we went to the mall, and I kind of just even helped her even out her skin. We found some Dermablend, and I just saw her confidence shoot from 0 to 100, and I loved how she felt and carried herself from that point forward. And that's all we did. We just evened out her skin. We didn't do anything extra. And that kind of really sparked my interest. I was like, ooh, you can do some things with this stuff. You can transform people and transform lives because they'll feel better about themselves. So that's how I got started. And then I used to shop at the MAC counter so much that the manager there, she was like, you're really pretty. You could, I like what you do to yourself. Why don't you come in for an interview? And I was like, okay. And she was like, there's a discount. I said, oh, okay, because I can save some money.
All about the
So I worked there, and I'm sorry, this light keeps slipping on and off. I have a little mirror, but anyway. So went to work there, passed the interview, needless to say, and I went to work there. And then one night I was actually working, and I got a phone call. We got a phone call to the counter, and I happened to answer the phone, and they needed an artist for a fashion show. And so I had never done anything like that before, but I was like, you know what? Just got to go for the gusto. Let's just jump on out there and make it happen. And turns out it was Cutto.
okay.
And we just kind of, so I was like, what do you want me to do? She was like, do whatever you want to do. And so it's funny to me how like now people are doing a lot of geometric type makeup, but that's what came to me all those years ago before people were even doing that. And so I'm sorry, something's in my eye, but I was doing that, and she loved it, and our friendship grew, and I continued to work with her. She was like, if I ever make it, I'm gonna take you with me. So then she did well, and we went to New York Fashion Week. She did take me with her. I started going there, and it just kind of grew from there. But even then, at that point, it was still just like a hobby. You know what I mean? It wasn't anything that I was being paid for.
Okay.
Aside from the job, let me say it like that. But just doing things out on my own, I wasn't. I was just out there having a good time. So after years from doing that, and keep in mind, all while this was happening, I still had a regular day job. My MAC job was part-time.
Oh,
So I had a regular day job. I worked 8 hours a day in a regular corporate business.
yeah.
And so in 2018,
Mhm.
January 2018, well, December, I quit my job at Arkansas Blue Cross, and I went to esthetician school in January, finished in May. And so then I went on to get my esthetician license, and I've been on my own freelancing from there. So there
So,
we go.
so what got you to the point where you said, okay, I want to make it official let me make it official by going to esthetician school. And then number one, define what an esthetician is, because I don't think a lot of people know exactly what that is. And so what
Okay.
esthetician, and what was it that was going through your mind to make you get to that point to say, I need to go to esthetician school?
Okay. So an esthetician is basically a skincare specialist. So we are similar to dermatologists in the only sense the difference is we can't prescribe medicine, and I couldn't literally cut you. I couldn't take a scalpel and cut you and do an extraction, and I can't prescribe you medicine. But we handle skincare conditions. We do facials, full body waxing, and makeup. All of that is in the aesthetics category. Now let me say this. I was doing makeup on the side, you know, aside from working at MAC, I was freelancing and doing makeup on my own prior to going to esthetician school. So I literally have been doing makeup for over 15 years. Okay. But it wasn't until maybe I say, maybe 8 or 9 years ago that I started being, you know, people started paying me. And that's because I was getting a push from all my friends and family. They were like, do you realize how good you are? Like, do you not realize people get paid for this? Because I really did not think of it that way, because it was just so fun for me to do it. And so then I was like, you know what? You're right. I was like, I'm tripping. You know what I mean? I'm really, I need to get myself together, because if I could earn money while doing something that I love, then I need to do that.
Right.
And so going to esthetician school actually was just icing on the cake. Because the thing is, I was like, well, as of right now, the only thing I can do is makeup, but I know I'm capable of doing many more things than that. And so I was like, what I'll do is go to esthetician school so that I can take care of people's skin, and then for special occasions I can glam people up. But the thing is, I realized that I don't want people to feel like they have to wear makeup all the time. I want people to love the skin that they're in naturally. And then when you put makeup on top of clean skins, clean, beautiful skin, it just looks that much better, right?
Yeah.
So that was my reason for going to esthetician school, so that I could not only add to my services, but then I could try to create, you know, a variety of services that all tie in together. And the thing is, back when I was working at MAC, you know, back then MAC was very dramatic. So I used to wear a lot of dramatic makeup, but I was able to meet up with one of my mentors one day. And it's funny because she was doing makeup along with me for one of Cutto's shows, and she's a celebrity makeup artist. Her name is Ashunta. And I was kind of new into it, right? I was still working at the MAC counter, and I asked her, I was like, do you have any tips for me being a new makeup artist? And she was just, and she doesn't, just to let you know who that is, that's Taraji P. Henson's makeup artist. Okay.
Because I know
And
a lot
so
of people are like, now, who is she? How do you pronounce
right, she is Ashunta. She told me, and it stuck with me. She was like, you have to wear less makeup when you're working, because when you meet certain people, you can look intimidating, and they may think that that's the only look you can do. And if you have 5 colors on your eyes and bold lips, and you're just very like a heavy makeup, then they might be like, I don't want her to do my face, especially if they like natural.
Yeah.
You know, so she said it's best as a professional to keep it minimum. Wear minimal makeup so that you can look clean and refreshed. Because if your skin just looks clean, then they're more likely to trust you with their face. And then that way they'll know, if you can always tell them, if you need me to add more or zhuzh it up a little more, then I certainly can. But you always start low with less, and then you can add on. But it's hard to fix if you just come in heavy and then take away.
That makes a lot of sense. And the fact that you even have a mentor in the makeup profession, because there are a lot of, I think, other professions where mentors are highly sought after and required. But in the makeup profession, esthetician profession, skincare profession, I don't think that a lot of people know that, mentors are out there. And so speaking of mentorship, she mentored you in, I guess, how to approach clients and how to put your best face forward for clients. Are there any lessons learned that you can share with starting out with a professional makeup business, a professional esthetician business? Any successes, challenges that you faced along the way?
Yes, absolutely. But I do regret not being more prepared before I quit my job.
Okay.
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 Because I should have done way more research. There were a lot of technical things and logistical things that I had not thought through before I
Okay.
quit my job.
Okay.
But then once I quit and I started, and then once I graduated from school, I was just like, I'm into it now. So now I'm just gonna have to learn as I go. But marketing is crucial, and that's always been my struggle,
Mhm.
which I'm working on. And because I actually have a new mentor I'm working with. Her name is Tiyana Robinson, and she's has an organization called Makeup Mogul University, and I'm super ecstatic about it because she's just amazing. But anyway, I digress. She's also a soror.
Okay.
Delta.
Okay.
I would say do your research. You have to learn. Like, I didn't know that I needed a DBA and that type of thing just to merely open up a business bank account. So it was just a lot of little small things that I did not know. I did not know that when I leased a space to work out of, that
Mhm.
I also had to pay. There was like a setup fee. I'm not getting the term right, but like a licensing fee,
Okay.
not just for my profession. You have to have an esthetician license, but and a business license, period. But then you also have to have a salon facility license to
Oh.
where that I can work out of, and that's like $150. Having your business set up properly, getting your so whether it's going to be a sole proprietorship, LLC, whatever that is,
Okay.
and then also your. Sorry, I hear kids in the background. They're distracting me. You also, can you hear them? Oh my
Yes,
goodness,
but
the
I can
baby
hear
crying.
you now. It's okay.
Okay, but you want to have a business bank account, and then you actually want to have several accounts. You want an account that you pay your taxes out of separately, because you don't want to get it all tied into one and then you're confused. No, but I constantly educate myself.
What are some of the basic things that you need to keep in mind for caring for natural skin?
Well, you need to properly cleanse, and you need to find a cleanser that's good for your skin type. So whether you have oily skin, dry skin, or combination skin, you need to find the appropriate cleanser that's good for your skin type. That's first and foremost. Then you want to tone your skin, and these are the steps. So you want to cleanse, you want to tone your skin. The toning is going to restore your pH balance. And then you want to exfoliate your skin to get the dead skin off, so you can keep having new, fresh, clean, rejuvenated skin. But you only want to exfoliate maybe once or twice per week. Treat. And then you want to make sure that you moisturize and protect. And even if you have oily skin, you still need to moisturize. You just need to find an oil-free moisturizer, because if you don't moisturize and you have oily skin, then it's going to create that much more oil, because when you've washed it, you've stripped it of its natural oils. So if you don't put something back on to moisturize it, it's going to overproduce, and then there you are looking like flick back. So there we go.
So the advice that you just gave about taking care of your skin, is that just for women, or is there a different regimen that men should follow as it pertains to taking care of their skin? The same, or a little bit different,
The
or
same.
same? Okay.
It's
Okay.
the same. Mm-hmm. The same.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
the same. And then, like, if you have, a beard, then you really definitely want to keep that clean, because bacteria can certainly build up in the beard. And one of the treatments that I do when I do a men's facial, if I notice that they do have, bacteria built up, there's when I do high frequency, there's a comb that comes with this high frequency tool, and I will comb through there, because what that does is going to produce gas that will kill bacteria. It
Oh,
will help with increase their hair growth, and you can use it in your hair too, women's hair. But for men, I use in their beard. It will increase their hair growth and kill any bacteria that may be trapped under the hair.
oh, okay. Because you don't see, you're starting to see now that there are commercials geared towards men's skincare, men's hair care, when, back 5, 6 years ago, it was pretty much non-existent. And so
Right.
do you find that in your particular business, in the esthetician, the skincare world, that you're seeing more men start to come and be clients of yours, or about the
Yeah.
same, or?
No, it's definitely picked up for the men. I think what's happening is the world is turning into a place of what can I do to make myself feel better myself, right?
Right,
And
right.
when people come get facials, it's deeper than the skin, just the skincare part of it, because I am literally massaging your face as I'm cleaning your face. So it feels good, it's relaxing, and it will relieve stress. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So I think the men are just in a place where they're like, the women can't keep having all the fun, and it does not emasculate you at all,
right,
because you need a clean face just like I do. You
right.
know, your skin may be uneven, and you want to not have to, because they do have men a whole makeup line just for men,
For me.
and it's like a makeup stick, like we use a foundation stick to just
Right,
even out their skin, but they've made some that are for men, so they look more natural, if you will. I think a lot of people of color, we get our nails and our hair done, and we think we've done something.
and
We
that's
need to do a little bit more,
right,
because other people have been doing more for quite some time. They
right.
go get their hair done, their nails done, their toes done, their facial, their massage,
Yeah,
wax,
yeah.
all of it.
And
And
it's
we need
about
to do that too.
like you said earlier, it's just about taking care of yourself.
Right,
Especially during these trying times right now. We have to take care of our physical health, pay attention to our
right,
physical health, our emotional health, our mental health. And a lot of times, like you said, doing a facial, it has that massage component in it and will help
right,
to kind of relax you and kind of release some of that stress that you may be carrying inside.
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely.
So you're known for makeup, being a makeup professional, making everybody look fierce at all times. So,
So,
and you've expanded. Now you're an esthetician, a professional esthetician. What is the future of Eye Candy by Amari? Do you have plans for expansion? Are there plans to add other services to your line of what you're doing? Talk about the future a little bit.
well, I definitely want to add more services. I will, but I definitely, hope to have my own skincare line one day. Hope to have my own makeup line one day. And I have dreams, and I have everything written down of how I want it to look, and so on and so forth. And I think, for the most part, I'm human just like anybody else.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like sometimes that fear of, well, so many people are doing it, but hey, there are so many people doing it, but there's steady new lines coming every day. So why can't I be one of those new lines, right? Why can't I have a skincare line or a makeup line?
If someone wanted to make an appointment to get in
Mm-hmm.
touch with Eye Candy by Amari, to have their face done, to have a facial or, their eyes or something like that done, some other type of service, how would they reach out to you?
They can go to www.eyecandybyamari.com, and that's EYECANDYBYAMARI.com. And they can go there, and all of my contact information is on there. My Instagram is also the same, Eye Candy by Amari. And my phone number is on the website, the address is on the website, and there's a link to book on the website as well.
Well, I appreciate you taking some time out of your busy schedule. I know you probably have some appointments that people are trying to get in touch with you right now to get their faces done. I think you told me you had a big wedding that you did yesterday. And
I
so
did.
I just appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to talk about Eye Candy by Amari. So thank you so
Well,
much.
Well, thank you for having me, and I appreciate you, Ken. You are just amazing, and I thank you so much for having me on your show.